How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Tetris Tuesdays at 10. I'm Ryan, and I am back from PAX. I was in Seattle for a bit, and you can tell I brought something back with me. So this might be a short one, but I am, believe it or not, anxious to get back into this, even if I do have COVID. But we won't talk about that, especially since it's a pretty mild version. Let's not go crazy here. So, excited to get back to playing Tetris. And it turns out I might have just the perfect version for kind of a rainy day over here. But before I get into that, I can't think of a better place to do this, because at PAX, I knew I was going to stop by the Digital Eclipse booth and play Rita's Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Rita's Rewind. But what I didn't know is that I would sit there and chew off Dan Amrich's ear for a solid 10 minutes, I think, because actually last time we did this, so 2 weeks ago, if you'll remember, I had an issue with the 10 a.m. time slot, so I did it at the 10 p.m. time slot. Don't worry, the Tetris was still at 10. It was just 12 hours later. But after finishing that, and I don't think, gosh, I haven't gone back and rewatched it, but I don't think I got that loopy. It was late at night, certainly for me, but late at night goes from, 10 p.m. till 2 a.m., so not much I can do about that. But afterwards, in fact, I want to say maybe around 2 a.m., I saw a Digital Eclipse post on Twitter, I think it was, where they announced Tetris Forever. And if you're unfamiliar with Digital Eclipse, they are one of my favorite working developers. They do just games that couldn't be more laser focused right at me. They did the Atari 50, which are these kind of interactive documentaries of sorts. So like there's talking head interviews, but at the same time, it'll pop up a playable version of the game they're talking about to some extent, that there's a little bit of a wiggle room. It's not like full versions of the game sometimes it is. But they had done the same for the making of Karateka, which was possibly even better than Atari 50. They did a Jeff Minter thing, which didn't do as well as maybe either of those, but fascinating nonetheless. They're just, when they're not faithfully recreating games, older games, even newer games, whatever, they are doing these amazing. I guess they've started calling them the Gold Master series, although I don't see that branding on a lot of them, so I don't know. But these Gold Master series games are fantastic, and I love them to death. And they announced one for Tetris. My gosh, my response in the moment was, "Am I hallucinating?" Because, like, if if I had to dream up a game, especially a Tetris game, this was it. This was literally it. So I'm actually set up here. I just got to show you this thing. This is their website. Go check it out. But Tetris Forever is the name of the game. You can read about it. They haven't released a ton about it, but you can watch a trailer that is fantastic. And basically, you can see they have the Electronica 60 version there. And I talked to Dan about the Electronica 60 version that they're putting up here. He said they do have brackets. That's not the bracket version there that you're looking at exactly, but they're doing, it's a trip down memory lane. It's a run through history. So I'm sure they have multiple versions where appropriate, or screenshots or whatever you can see right there even. So they've got talking head interviews with, that's literally Alexi and Hank Rogers there that you're looking at. This is not sponsored in any way. I'm just so excited for this game. And got to talk again. Thank you, Dan Amrich, for letting me bend your ear for quite a bit there, because it was, I still feel like I'm hallucinating. So can't wait. I'm tempted to do, maybe not necessarily an episode of Tetris Tuesdays until it's chronologically appropriate, but I feel like I should just sit down and stream myself playing this entire game, if that's even, can I do that? Is that a thing? I don't know. I've got to do something for it, because it's coming out. It says buy now. I don't believe it's out now. You can buy it, but I don't think it's out. I would hopefully know that. So anyway, something I had to mention. This week we're doing the Apple IIe, technically, version of the game. This is from Spectrum Holobyte. I mentioned how they had been going through, kind of like Mirrorsoft did a little bit. They were just shooting them out, as quick as they could. The Spectrum Holobyte folks were doing a little bit of the same, except I do have a little bit more documentation about when they came out, it seems. The last version we did, which was Dan Amrich's Tetris, by the way, the one kind of he came to the franchise with, the DOS version from 88, January 88. This one, in fact, it has again, thank you to the Tetris Wiki, the Apple II, the Apple II GS, and the Mac version all coming out in July of 1988. So we're still going chronologically where we can. And why I say this might be a bit of a rainy day version. Up front, let me just say, I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here. I've looked up multiple versions of the game. I wasn't able to find footage of the game running on an Apple IIe. So I don't know if this is what it looked like on that actual machine, but every emulation of it I've seen looks like this. So either the Apple II emulation isn't quite up to snuff, or the Apple II version of Tetris was kind of a sight for sore eyes. So in the week of COVID, we're going to play the the COVID of Tetrises? I hope not. That seems harsh, but let's get to it. I'm emulating it this week by way of a application called Micro M8, or Micromate, if you will. It's pretty good. There was also a Virtual 2 out there, but required some money to get rid of a watermark. So I'm sticking with this one, even though it hasn't been completely smooth sailing just yet. So if stuff gets hinky here, again, I don't know to blame the emulator even, or even just the maybe it's accurately reproducing the poor performance of the Apple II, but we're going to give it a go here and hope that the audio is coming through appropriately. Actually, I can check that, right? Got it in my ear. Check. It's going to start here any second. There we go. It's also coming right through the Mac. That can't be good. It does look like it's coming to you, though. Why are you doing that? Okay. Well, I hope you're reading that because it's fairly interesting. Wow, just complete malfunction here. It says it's connected, will not output to my ears. Okay. You know what? Not a lot of sound to speak of in this one, except for what you're hearing right now. So we'll just make do. Distribution rights granted to Andromeda, Stein's Company, Software Limited, Microsoft Limited, and Sphere Inc. We actually do have, you know, Spectrum Holobyte was a American company that was taking care of it by people such as Dan Geisler, Dan Guerra, Sean B. Barger, Roland Gustafsson, Eng Anjo, Anton Wijaja, Leonard Chan, and Con Gilbert. The Apple II Macintosh versions handled by Spectrum Holobyte and were written from scratch. So the Tetris Wiki goes through a little bit of the history about who was trying to do what versions. Some they were able to convert the Microsoft versions, but others need to be rewritten from scratch, the Apple II being one of those. So maybe that has something to do with what you're about to see. We get a red light at least, tells me it's working. Okay, so glitch number 1 avoided, although it's, oh, maybe not. Yeah, it's pegged. So this is one of the things it was doing. Yeah, it's receiving all sorts of weird inputs. So we're going to reset the VM. And I can actually skip through some of this, so unless you want to hear that again. Okay, this looks better. We're good. Okay, so 0 as always, 0 as always. Hopefully glitch number 2 doesn't happen. It didn't. Okay, we're good. They're using the JKL keys again this time, and that's as far to the left as I can go right there, what you're looking at. This is where it's going to get weird. See that? I do not know what to tell you. This was how the Apple II version looked. Look at that. Look how skinny it gets right there. That's technically, look at that. That's technically solid. It's upsetting to look at. Not to mention the readability is something. Look at that. This is not appropriate. Ugh. No, thank you. And there's no color scheme, you know, like it's all over the place, good gosh. Makes it hard to know where you can put the pieces. It's got sounds at least when you get some lines. So yes, that's look at that. It like changes as you go left to right. I don't know if that's how the actual several beeps, if you do several lines at once. I even got a Tetris in there. If somebody out there, chat is open. I know I don't ever mention that, but chat is open. If somebody out there that owned an Apple II and played Tetris on it back in the day can let us know what was going on. Because this is not a choice. No. Oh, okay. Level up. Okay, good. So the other glitch that it was doing was, I guess it's the same glitch technically, but because there's a button you can press to just level up, which is kind of handy, I guess, if you want to see the backgrounds. Maybe I should have been doing that, so we would get all of the backgrounds, but basically the glitch was it would start with like a key held down. So if it was one of the selection keys, as you could see when I started this time, I really need a line, and then I really need to stop building for Tetrises. I think I'm doing actually pretty good for the Tetris game that looks horrible and cannot be read for the life of me. But if you started it up and the key that would automatically level up was pressed, it would sit there just leveling up. Good gosh, this is not good. I need to start taking the hit. Oh, this could have been worse. Kind of like that. There, geez, finally. And again, look at that. Must have leveled up, because here we go. I get a nice break in between levels. Not bad. This is really a bare bones version, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure some of what you're seeing has to be an accurate emulation, right? Especially if, again, look, this is so inky right there. That is not, no thank you. It's not even touching. Does not count. The Tetrises are done for now. I hope you got your fill. It's all about leveling. Ooh, leveled up again. We might see all of the art this time. Might be getting ahead of myself. Would also be handy, I'm not going to lie, if the first game we played was the best game we played, because I'm feeling okay. Don't get me wrong. It's a mild case of COVID, and I'm not, you know, I'm quarantining, but I'm not, I'm on the upswing already. I was doing much worse on Sunday and Monday, so I don't know about this one. That one wasn't great either. It's all right. We're doing okay. This is perfectly doable. Yeah, given the line situation, definitely not the 7-bag system yet. I should look up when that was implemented rather than having to guess live on air when such a thing might be happening, because this is definitely still just random, or as random as a computer can be. Level up. Need to get my brother Ben in the room. Speaks Russian. Tell me what the heck that just said on the side of the screen for that entire level. Looks like we've got some space program going on here. Don't love that, but I don't love anything I do on this one because it really just looks very funny and yet still doing pretty good. Am I the trash? Is that what's happening? Does this look bad and that's where I excel? Okay, that's I don't not gonna play your game. Except maybe right now, because that oh jeez. These go downhill so fast. Okay, it's all right. Okay. I can't necessarily tell what piece I'm looking for. Level up! Look at that rocket ship. Also, it doesn't feel like the speed's increasing. So that's one of the reasons I'm doing well, for sure. Very slight speed increase with these levels. Okay, all right. We're making up some ground here. I wonder if this has a, if we're actually going to see some levels here. I wonder if this has an end screen. Have yet to see an end screen here on Tetris Tuesdays. Oh, well, I guess I should say oh boy, a legitimate end screen. Seen plenty of end screens due to how I have been playing. Not a wind screen, and not a wind screen. Okay, now I need a line. I need several lines, but one will do. Now I need 3 lines. Now I need 4 lines. Oh, jeez. That could have been worse. Ah, that was worse. Why do I say that? Not done. Still need lines. Needed that earlier. Level up. Great. Not looking promising, but... Hey. Good background, though. Not the one I needed. Also not the one I needed. None of the ones I needed. Ryan first. Top 10, though. I am #1 comrade for that game. Let's see if I can beat it. Yes. Let's play again. One more time. Assuming we can handle it here. 0. See, also there's some color separation going on too, and I've checked all the filters on the emulator. I don't think that's what's happening. I'm just not sure what the heck's going on with this sometimes. All right, this is it for all the money. If I hard drop more, I can make more 3 square O pieces in a row. Oh, I thought that was going to be a 4th. 2 S's in a row. My gosh, that is horrid. Do not enjoy. Stop with those pieces. Good gosh, what is happening? Anything but, okay, jeez. No more S pieces in any shape or form, please. Have we even had an L piece yet? Good gosh, what is happening? There we go. Wow, okay. This seems egregiously not random. Which I guess would make sense, you know, to the degree that some platforms were able to simulate randomness. Maybe the Apple II was not great at it. Like, I'm a Mac user, but, and, you know, I like, obviously, legacy tech and that history and whatnot. I don't have any experience with Apple IIs. Level up. So we are leveling up every 10 lines. It's not score based. I actually didn't see anything calling out, strictly speaking, the scoring for this version. I think just based on what I've done so far, you're definitely getting points from hard dropping all of your O pieces. More points from hard dropping, I should say. Is that an open space? Let's see. It was, okay. Is that an open space over there too? Did I? If it was, I covered it up. Great. Line? Nope. I could turn on next, but that would incur a points penalty, so I'm keeping that off. Why can't, like, I don't know why two of the same wouldn't look the same in some instances. It's just I can find no rhyme or reason to these graphics. Don't like that one. Do not appreciate it at all. How many lines did I get in last game? I don't remember already. I feel like I'm doing better hard dropping, so score can't be too bad, but level up. Pardon me. Both for the sniffing and the fact that I should have put that T-piece over to the right. Let's do that so I don't put myself into a position where I need to put a line over there. Look at that. Gap so wide you could drive a truck through them. Tetris for the Apple II in stores now. Feel a sneeze coming on. Sorry, guys. This Tetris is making me sick. Oh, leveled up. Oh no. No, it's doing the thing. All right, well, enjoy all of the backgrounds, because once we get to the end, it's just gonna go super fast. Okay, fine, I'll try. Although I think, yeah, I can't rotate. Whatever key is got pegged down now is interfering with it. So it was a decent try, but let's call it a day. And I can save you the second sneeze that will no doubt be coming on. So thanks for hanging out. Either way, come back next week for, I believe, the Apple IIgs version, which looks and runs a lot better, let's say. So thanks, guys. We'll see you then.